isn't enough. Look at that, how close to the sideline that is, right in, 2 meters in from the sideline. Farnan fields that ball perfectly, taking a page out of teammate Abby Gustitis' book. She's so class at it.
Being trans doesn't mean inherently that I'm going to be a good player. I still work my ass off to be able to be where I am in sports and to be able to continue performing. So often the discussion of trans women in sports comes down to assuming that we are able to play at the same level as men, and we just can't. We are women and we compete equally as a woman. I feel like a shell of the athlete that I used to be. After taking hormones for a year or 2 years, I can't even come close to the level of athleticism that I used to be able to compete with. There's not been a single time with PR7s that I walked out and I felt like I was the strongest or the fastest or the tallest girl on the team. Growing up, I always felt strange doing simple tasks such as filling out forms and having to write that I was male. It felt wrong, and I didn't know why. It just always felt like I was lying. My parents were super supportive growing up, but they were also definitely very traditional, and I didn't feel like I always had the space to express myself. The only way I could calm down and feel comfortable enough to fall asleep was if I thought about somehow waking up as a girl, whether it be magic, science. I even was not terrified of kidnapping if there was the possibility that I could be transitioned into being a girl without all of the social stigma and hate that comes with trans representation at the time. I knew that I needed to transition when I was graduating from undergrad, but deciding to stay at the same school for graduate school. I was 21. I had been living as a guy through all of undergrad. The idea of graduating again from the same university, I just couldn't imagine still being a guy and being alive if I were to try and not transition. I basically thought, I'll make it to 21, but 25, if I'm not a girl, I'm not sure I'll make it. I have been 100% excited and happy with my decision to transition. My only regret, and I think pretty much every trans person would say the same thing, is they wish they didn't start earlier. The decision to transition or not to, that's never something that I will waver on and regret. It's definitely the right choice for me. So it'd been 2 years since I had started taking hormones. I had a friend who was on the team, and she told me that I should come and try out. Once I joined, it was really the fact that I had a team that was organized and had a schedule, played in a league. That was really exciting to me. I started and learned playing rugby with my university. I was actually scouted to play for the Premier Rugby Sevens, which is a professional rugby tournament series that was put on throughout July. In rugby right now, I can't actually play at any level higher than PR7s, just because World Rugby has banned trans women from playing. I think it's just really dangerous because there's so many people like me that have went through all of the precautions, went through all of the steps to be able to compete fairly, and I don't have any opportunity to play at any higher level, regardless of whether I train myself or not. And it's really tough to be in a position where my career isn't limited because I go and try out and I'm told I'm not good enough. My career is limited because of my medical history.